The Chicago Sky's Angel Reese is now the first professional athlete to walk on the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and look at her go. The WNBA star said she put in a lot of work to prep for the show.
Oh my God, I texted my agents right away and I was like, please, like, this has been a dream of mine since I've been like second grade. I always wanted to be a Victoria's Secret angel.
On the 15th of October, 2025, at Brooklyn Steiner Studios in New York City, Angel Reese stepped onto the runway of the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show 2025, and the world watched in disbelief. Months ago, no one ever thought this possible, not even Reese herself. Yet, the 22-year-old walked the runway and owned it entirely. And Sophie Cunningham couldn't stop talking about it, because a WNBA player walking for Victoria's Secret is a moment that totally blurs the line between sport and fashion, and Sophie's reaction was all kinds of shades: envy, admiration, and maybe even a warning. Because if Angel just rewrote what it means to be a women's athlete in 2025, is Sophie next to follow or next to fall behind?
We got a lot to get to in this hour.
Okay.
So first things first, this is breaking right now. Victoria's Secret has just announced that Angel Reese is now the first ever professional athlete to be a Victoria's Secret angel. Shout out to her. She will be walking in this year's Victoria's Secret fashion show happening on October 15th at 7 p.m. So you guys can tune in to watch.
When Angel Reese appeared on the Victoria's Secret runway, it wasn't just another celebrity cameo. It was a cultural collision. A two-year-old Chicago Sky rookie, fresh off her first season, stepping onto one of the most glamorous stages in fashion.
She even got a walking coach. Last year, Reese was in the audience watching the show and said she manifested this year's moment. Also in the show, Olympic gold medalist Suni Lee. And we don't have video of that, but here's Reese again, sporting all the things, all the get-ups.
I saw Suni Lee earlier. I mean,
Me too.
Angel Reese killed it. She looks amazing, and Suni Lee did as well. And you just wanted her to use the runway like a balance beam. And
This casts our minds back to when Serena Williams took Paris Fashion Week by storm, or when Skylar Diggins-Smith fronted her Nike campaign. Moments where sport and style met and something bigger was born. But Angel's appearance hits differently because she isn't particularly a global veteran. She is still proving herself in the league. And yet here she is, walking shoulder to shoulder with the world's top models. The reaction was instant. Fans called it groundbreaking, critics called it a distraction, and players across the league, including Sophie Cunningham, had to talk about it.
I'm sure she did. She's stunning. Angel walked in it.
Oh,
and
right, yeah.
She killed it, like absolutely killed it. And oh my God, I texted my agents right away and I was like, please, like, this has been a dream of mine since I've been like second grade. I always wanted to be a Victoria's Secret angel. Like, oh God, and I love Candace. Candace is my favorite. She's like the most stunning one. They're all stunning. What am I saying?
Well, let's do it. Like, how do we get you on there?
I don't know, but I think it'd be so fun to walk in that fashion show. But Angel really did kill it. She looks stunning. She looks beautiful.
Do you think athletes should step off the court to build their brand? Or should the game always come first? Because Sophie's words aren't just about Angel, but every player watching what comes next. Within seconds, Sophie admitted it. She'd texted her agent the moment she saw it. Sophie saw Angel's moment and recognized the power of it. A WNBA player rewriting what athletic fame can look like. It was like when Sue Bird watched Megan Rapinoe dominate magazine covers. That realization that sports can be more than stats. It can shape culture. If you had that same platform, would you chase the dream or stay in your lane? Comment your choice below, because what Sophie said next turned a viral runway moment into something much bigger.
Angel Reese and Missy Elliott, we talked about her performing, or we talked about her today. She'll be performing as well at this show. That'll be
Missy an angel too?
She's not an angel, but she's performing in the show. They have performances in between.
So what does that mean? Like they walk the runway in their drawers?
They walk the runway, but then
and the newest collection, they have the collections dropping.
And it's fire because being an angel, she'll get to do things with the brand. She's fire.
That's what's up.
She's a first. So shout out to Angel
And she
Reese.
is a brand. Yeah, shout out to her, and also shout out to Missy for performing.
Yes, and you can watch that on Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram on October 15th at 7 p.m.
For decades, female athletes have lived between two worlds, strong enough to win respect, but polished enough to stay marketable. Too masculine for beauty campaigns, campaigns, too feminine to be taken seriously. That impossible line is what Angel Reese just erased. She didn't pick between power and beauty, she claimed both. Her runway moment brings into focus what Candace Parker did years ago when she brought athletic grace to major fashion campaigns, proving that visibility is a kind of influence. But Sophie's generation grew up differently. They were told to focus on the game first, to earn the right to be glamorous later. Watching Angel walk that stage wasn't just inspiring, it was disruptive.
So Angel Reese really showed that there's levels to being a star. And I don't think anyone in the WNBA as of late has had her type of star power. You're talking about a national champion in college, a top WNBA pick who is now got everybody in the world talking about, lingerie, Victoria's Secret.
When Sophie said she's always wanted to be a Victoria's Secret angel, it wasn't a throwaway line. It was a confession from someone who once thought dreams like that weren't meant for athletes.
And I'd say probably like 5'10" to 6'1".
I was gonna say, I mean, you have like the height for it, right?
Yeah, but I don't really have the boobs. They're going to really need a big push-up bra for me.
I feel like boobs are kind of coming back, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But so why did you get off the topic of Sally so much? I want to know more. Was it a double date or was it just for fun?
No, I had to do a Captain Morgan event at the University of South Carolina on Saturday.
Why do we praise male stars for building brands off the field, but question women for doing the same? Because this moment, as glossy as it looked, was also a business move, and what happened next proved it.
Oh yeah, I was so happy. It was a leap of faith to put three shoes out, 3 colorways out for the first shoe, and didn't know if it was going to sell out. It was actually supposed to drop in 2026, so I dropped it a year earlier. But my team was amazing. Shout out to Reebok for putting me forefront. I always tell young women, go to a brand that's going to instill who you are, and they've let me be who I am. I've had creative control over everything, and Reebok has been great, and Reebok is back, and I hope you guys know that. Potentially.
Within 2 days of Angel Reese's Victoria's Secret walk, her name appeared on trending lists in more than a dozen countries. Search results surged. Highlight clips from her rookie season reappeared across social feeds, and her Instagram following climbed by hundreds of thousands. The world wasn't just talking about basketball anymore. It was talking about Angel Reese as a brand.
There's a few things going on. Here's the most interesting thing about the WNBA right now. Everybody except Lexi Brown and Lana Brown or something like that is a free agent because of the collective bargaining agreement, the new CBA. So basically, everybody in the WNBA is a free agent.
Sophie Cunningham noticed this too. She saw how one off-court moment could attract more eyes than months of gameplay. In a league still fighting for equal visibility, that kind of spotlight is power. Every photo shoot, every endorsement, every viral post reshapes how the world sees women's basketball. It's the same strategy Naomi Osaka mastered, using fashion, design, and culture to expand what an athlete can represent. Sophie doesn't want fame for the noise. She wants control over her own story. Type brand power if you think this is the future of women's sports, or court first if you think it takes focus away from the game, because Sophie's next move might reveal which side of that line she's truly on.
Why didn't you go to the Victoria's Secret fashion show?
Actually, that night that was happening, I kind of was like, I would have loved to know about this.
How did you not know? That's like my Super Bowl.
This is like very, it's like, right now we're in the thick of football and baseball playoffs. So I think I'm like really sports dialed in right now. But I was like, whoa, there's a lot of hot girls there.
Was Sally walking in it?
Right now, Sophie's world looks very different from Angel's. She's in rehab, working through recovery, balancing podcast episodes and sponsorship calls between uncertain contract talks. When she said it's been her dream since second grade, she wasn't joking. That dream sits beside another one: to stay in the league, to keep competing, to be seen. Angel is on red carpets, walking runways. Sophie is on treatment tables, walking carefully between cities, Arizona, Indiana, Missouri, rebuilding herself piece by piece. She's cheerful on camera, but that energy hides the grind of an athlete trying to stay relevant in a business that moves fast. It's a rhythm athletes like Sha'Carri Richardson know too well. One moment, the world forgets you. The next, they want your comeback. Sophie understands that balance between spotlight and silence, success and struggle.
And wow, did she look good. Did she look good going across that runway? Right, so I'm gonna play some of the video and stuff like that. And Angel had her wings. Right, anybody remember me talking about Angel Reese going to the wings? That is the Dallas Wings, to play with Paige Beckers, potentially, because she was not happy with how the Chicago Sky were treating her career and stuff like that. So there's some potential storylines there that I like.
Maybe the real runway isn't covered in lights and sequins. Maybe it's the one you walk when no one's watching, holding yourself upright through the seasons that test you. Because how Sophie handles this chapter might redefine what visibility means for every woman in the WNBA. The Victoria's Secret runway was once a symbol of unattainable beauty, perfect bodies, polished smiles, distant dreams. But when Angel Reese stepped onto that stage, it became something else entirely. It turned into a meeting ground for strength and style, for athletes and artists, for power that doesn't apologize.
Sabrina Ionescu is a free agent. Everyone that's not on a rookie or a soft, everyone who's not on a rookie contract, basically, that's the most easiest way to say it. Any player in the WNBA that's not on a rookie contract is a free agent. So I don't think we've ever seen nothing like this in sports. And so you're gonna have teams like the Wings who probably totally look a totally different way, because like Arike Agumbuale, she's a free agent.
Angel's appearance wasn't the old idea of beauty. It was a new one, where muscle, mindset, and movement define allure. Serena Williams did it in Vogue. Alex Morgan did it in Sports Illustrated. Now Reese is carrying that legacy forward. Older players had to fight to be respected. The new generation fights to be fully seen. Sophie stands in between, the bridge between grit and glamour. Hit like if you think this generation is changing what power looks like, because what happens next could reshape how the WNBA sells not just the game, but the women behind it. Inside WNBA locker rooms, a quiet tension brews. Some players are celebrated for championships, others for sponsorships. Angel Reese lands luxury campaigns. Caitlin Clark sells out arenas. Aja Wilson dominates the court. And somewhere between them stands Sophie Cunningham, witty, unfiltered, but still fighting for her spotlight.
Sophie, you fucker. No, but I got tagged in a ton of Sierra videos and pictures because she was there.
Oh, at the Victoria's Secret?
Anytime she looks hot, anytime Sierra looks hot, I can't turn my fucking phone on without having like a zillion tags being like, whoa.
She didn't walk it though, did she?
I don't know if she walked. I think she
was just like a guest.
Yeah, I mean, she looked great.
It's not jealousy, it's survival. In a league where contracts depend on clicks as much as stats, visibility is currency. The more the camera loves you, the longer you last. Skylar Diggins Smith once called it out, how pay, attention, and respect don't always follow the same rules. And that's the strange reality now. Fame in women's basketball isn't shared. It's competed for. So who deserves the spotlight? The champion, the influencer, or the icon? Because Sophie's next move might show exactly how she plans to win in this new kind of game.
Sabrina's a free agent. Stewie's a free agent. Alyssa Thomas, Kalea Copper, all of them that played in the, most of them that played in the finals, they're free agents because they signed one-year deals. And so you have the potential lockout looming, right? That's what Nafisa Collier and the commissioner are arguing about. And then you have Unrivaled, right? Unrivaled starts, I think, in January. It's a 3-on-3 tournament.
When Sophie said she texted my agent right away, it wasn't gossip. It was a shift in real time. She wasn't mocking Angel Reese. She was recognizing a new lane opening for women in sports. For the first time, athletes aren't being told to stay in their lane. They're paving their own. This is what evolution looks like. Ambition without apology. Sophie's words captured what many feel but rarely say, that beauty, branding, and athletic excellence can coexist. It's not competition. It's awakening. For too long, women in sports had to choose between being powerful or being visible. Now, they get to be both. Hit subscribe if you think women should own every stage, from the court to the catwalk. Because as Sophie looks ahead, one thing's clear. The runway isn't just for models anymore.
Chiefs beat the fucking shit out of the Raiders. That was good. We don't have to talk about that much.
That was an awful game to watch, to be honest. It was bad.
Did you watch?
Yeah, I did. But I enjoyed it. I think that's a good little confidence booster. Everyone played well, but like it was a boring game to watch, but at least we're winning. So like I'm not ever going to complain about that whatsoever. It looked beautiful. Oh my God. It looked like beautiful weather out on Sunday.
My mom and dad went. I'll show you a picture of them. They went and they picked up food and then they...
The Victoria's Secret runway once crowned beauty. Now it crowns confidence. Angel Reese didn't walk it as a model. She walked it as a message. And Sophie Cunningham's reaction proved something powerful. That ambition spreads. The next wave of athletes isn't waiting for permission to shine. They're building their own spotlight, one bold step at a time. Comment next up if you think Sophie should walk next year's show. Share this story if you believe athletes can be icons in every arena. Because this isn't just about Angel Reese walking a runway. It's about every woman in sports learning she can walk her own.